Alrighty.
All right.
Okay. Here we go.
Alexa, tell us about Blood Diner.
From cultcelebrities.com. Blood Diner is a 1987 dark comedy and horror movie directed by Jackie Kong, written by Michael Sonia and starring John Barton Shields, Tanya Papanikolaou, Rick Burks, and Lynette LaFrance.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's correct.
Awesome.
That is the movie that we're talking about.
We finally have something from Alexa that's useful.
It's been a while.
I know. I know. Well, it's been a while since we filmed, or it's been a while since Alexa knew what she was talking about.
Either?
Yeah,
I think Alexa didn't know about dolls either.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Well, this is B-Views.
This is B-Views.
Yeah. I'm Mike Shake.
I'm Johnny Juicebox.
Yeah, it's been a little while, everybody.
It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
Not super over our time, but just enough.
Yeah. It's been a couple months. Month and a half.
It's been a couple months since we recorded.
Yeah.
It's been like a week and a half since our last video.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks since our last video.
Right.
I think another one was supposed to go up this weekend.
Okay.
Maybe. Or
I don't know.
Or last weekend. One of the two. Either way,
remember.
We missed a week.
We did. Yeah, because we filmed the last one that we filmed was Gen Wars.
Yes, we did Necropolis.
Oh, God. Holy fuck, that was hard.
At least we could hear this movie.
We could hear this movie very well.
That's because it's a beautifully restored version of this movie.
I don't know why it was restored, but...
somebody saw this and was like, this needs to be kept for the world.
Yeah.
Vestron, thank you.
Yeah.
You guys also did good versions of Candyman 3, I think.
Oh, okay. All right, sure.
Another movie that definitely needed to be saved for future generations.
Correct.
This is Candyman Day of the Dead.
Yeah, because that's a gem right there. There's a gem.
This is definitely better than Candyman Day of the Dead. That's for sure.
This is actually a fun movie.
This movie is way better than I thought it would be.
I cannot believe I'm saying that about Blood Diner, but I am.
This movie is fucking awesome.
It is very fun. It is truly, truly fun.
I love the shit out of this movie.
Yeah.
So this is the first time we watched Blood Diner.
Yeah.
It is, as Alexa said, it is directed by Jackie Kong.
Yeah.
Who did a couple of movies in the 80s and then appeared on some documentaries that were about her movies in the 80s.
Right.
And those are the only credits I could find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she definitely did the horror comedy for sure.
Yeah. This is I didn't know that this was supposed to be a horror comedy.
Okay.
Nobody on In Search of Darkness seemed to say that this movie was funny.
It definitely has its moments.
This movie
it definitely has its moments.
Is fucking bananas.
It is
a lot more Nazis than I expected in this movie.
Yeah, that'll be in my ugly.
I don't know.
I don't know why they had to have that.
But Jimmy Hitler.
I understand that, but what about the band?
The band, I think it's because they were like a punk band. And in the late 80s, there were a lot of weird fascist punk bands.
Okay.
And maybe they pulled one of those.
I don't know.
Or weird Nazi aesthetics in punk bands because it was like Stick It to the Man with...
I don't know.
I'm not going to pretend I understand the punk scene of the late 80s, a time when I was not alive.
No. I was just a baby in 88, in 89.
So I watched In Search of Darkness, and people talked about finding this movie at the Blockbusters and shit.
Right.
Not Blockbusters at the time, but
right.
I don't know if Blockbuster was around in the 80s.
I don't know. I know a lot of grocery stores.
Yeah.
Video rolls and stuff like that.
And I liked that documentary a lot because even though I was not born in the 80s, I have very vivid memories of going through Blockbuster and looking for the weirdest movies I could find.
Yeah. Well, we didn't even have to be that old, and we did that at Family Video. So.
Well, yeah, like we did that at Family Video all up until like a couple years ago when Family Video went under.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Family Video.
I know. We used to do that up in Michigan for the most random shit ever.
Yeah, because guess what? Family Video had fucked up shit, and like,
and it was 2 for 1.
And it was all in a lot of weird stuff you could find in like the. I think it was like you could rent it was like you rent them for 5 nights for $1.
Oh, all right.
Like that. It was that weird section where it was like, 5 movies for 5 nights for $1 or some shit like that. And it was all movies that nobody wanted to rent or that were like fucked up and weird.
Right.
It's the only chain video store I know of that had a full-fledged porn section.
Yeah. I literally had no idea about that before somebody told me that. I had no clue. I was like, "Oh, there's something back there, and I don't really know what that is." So.
I was like, "Oh yeah, that's where the porn section is."
It's like, "Oh, lovely."
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about the plot,
Let's actually talk about the movie.
Well, yeah.
So this is a movie about a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in this movie.
Yeah.
And it's not that long.
Right.
Like, I think it's around
88.
It's 88 minutes.
Yep. Yeah.
So, this movie is about a serial killer's nephews. Well, maybe not a serial killer, but like a
I got you.
mass murderer. Because I think a serial killer is like a very specific thing. Yeah. Like, it's usually planned more.
Yeah.
And this guy seems like he just butchered a bunch of people randomly. Because,
and the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But Anwar Namtut.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm glad you remember that name because I did not remember that name.
And they say his name Anwar. Yeah. Which I don't...
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be Anwar, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, but it's the boy's uncle.
Anwar Namtut.
Yeah.
And he is the uncle of 2 white kids.
Yeah.
Very white kids. Although one of them is not white when they're a kid, but they're white when they're adults.
Yeah. Right.
And the one black character in the movie calls them white boys.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm confused
I don't know.
by a lot of the familial stuff in this movie. I don't know how it's going on, but families are all different.
They are.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Correct. And then obviously we can not do a plot summary, but we can start the movie where basically it's...
I was just gonna say these two nephews bring the brain of their dead serial killer uncle back to life.
Sure.
Who then commands them to bring back the goddess Sheetar by doing rituals by killing the slut women.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, that's the term that they...
That's literally what they say. That's literally
he literally says, look for slut women.
Yes.
And I was like, this is a fucking weird movie.
Yeah.
There's some weird writing going on in this movie. And,
right.
It's the 80s. It is what it is.
Right.
And this movie is... I didn't look up the budget for this movie.
I don't know.
Yeah. But it had some pretty neat effects in it.
It was probably around $500K.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe $1 million.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe. Don't know. I don't know. Maybe you can throw that in the comments. Look in the description.
Maybe I will.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll forget to do that. Because honestly, I should probably put more in the description than I always do, but I just don't. I get to that point and I'm like, I don't know, stuff.
Sure.
Nobody fucking reads this anyway.
Yeah.
So read my description, see what bullshit I put.
Yeah, we do have a new guest here. We got Voorhees.
We do have Voorhees. He's out of storage.
Yeah, he's out of storage, and then you got me that thing for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll throw that up there too.
The set's coming together.
Yay.
But in very inappropriate and incorrect ways. We also have Duo from Duolingo. He's here.
Unbelievable.
I don't know why.
Why do you have that?
Because I thought it would be funny.
Unbelievable.
what we should have done is hung him up so he's like stalking Jason.
That's awesome.
Jason hasn't studied his Spanish today.
No, and he will get notified 100 times a day. You will get emails, you will get notifications on your phone.
I have a widget and it shows Duo and he changes like his mood depending on whether or not he studied today.
Oh no shit, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
It's really fucking funny.
Oh, that's cool.
Last night there was one point where he was like laying down and in a puddle of his own tears and crying.
Oh, my God.
He's a dramatic bitch.
Oh, okay. All right.
Anyways,
let's go
on. Blood Diner.
Yeah, Blood Diner. Let's go on to the good.
Yeah. There's a lot good in this movie.
Yeah, there is.
There's a lot that's bizarre in this movie, too.
Yeah.
So I guess the good would be this movie's funny.
It is.
Like, it manages to be funny and, like, from the 80s, which can be kind of rough sometimes.
Can.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Like, a lot of jokes don't age well.
No.
Just naturally, honestly.
Right.
Like, comedy just does not age.
Right.
And that's, like, a really well-known phenomenon. Where comedy is just, like, a lot of comedy is situational and situations change throughout time.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
But this movie's ridiculous.
It is. It is
like,
pretty
absurd.
It is very absurd. Yeah.
So this is a movie where these people own a vegetarian diner.
Yes.
Where they are apparently serving things such as cat meat and dog tongues as vegetarian meat.
Yes.
I picked up on that part. This is weird.
Yeah.
Like, the special effects are pretty fun in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love when that punk singer with the really big hair, his big hair explodes and just shoots blood into the...
And that was his brain. His brain exploded.
Yeah, and I like when they cut open... there's like weird funny special effects in here too, where like they cut open the 20-year-old corpse of their uncle and his brain just like shoots out like it's spring-loaded.
Right, that's awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Pretty freaking great. Yeah.
There's not a ton of blood or gore in this movie, I wouldn't say, but
I mean, there's a lot of
lot of
body parts.
There's a lot of body parts.
Yeah, there's a lot of body parts.
Yeah. There's a lot of body parts, and they look fleshy.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah. I also like, what I really like most about this is the kills.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden the guy will just like all of a sudden hack, and then the fucking lady's body will split apart.
Everyone in this movie is like Jason Voorhees but stronger.
Yes. I mean those two brothers, they are very strong.
Yeah, he had that meat cleaver and he just goes and splits that woman in two, like straight down.
Yes, all the way dude. Through. And he was like, "Oh," and it's like, "Oh, well, she just split in half."
Or this movie has naked kung fu in it too.
Yes, that lady that.
Yeah. There's a
naked lady.
Woman and he goes to murder her and her boyfriend and she just does like fucking kung fu and beats the shit out of him, but then a stalactite falls off of the top of the cave and stabs her in the head.
Yeah, just fucking buries it right in her head. It's like, oh my gosh.
Like, this movie is hilarious.
It is.
There's that part where he moves the cop and she throws a burger or something at his ass.
Yeah, and then he farts and...
that was weird.
I didn't care for that part.
No, I don't. They didn't need that. The scene was funny enough.
Yeah. I like, too, the other cook. Basically, the other... what's his name? Stanley or something like that? The guy with the puppet.
Oh, that was weird.
I know. I like that. That was very odd.
It reminded me of like when you watch like Larry Cohen movies and you just have weird fucking characters everywhere.
Right.
And you're just like, where did this dude come from?
that was easily one of the best best parts is when they cut off his hands, and he's just driving like this. And he can't see because there's blood on the windshield.
He's just shooting blood all over the windshield and screaming.
And then he just runs into a mountain pass. So I think I said right after that, what am I watching here?
There was a moment where it just felt like we were watching it, we were laughing and making jokes, and then we just like stopped, and it was like we were being hypnotized by the movie. Uh-oh,
what happened, Johnny?
Fuck. Why did that happen?
I don't know. Hello? Hello? Anyways, the guy runs into the mountain pass.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's so random. The movie is like a cocaine-fueled mess.
It's insane.
Yes.
I haven't watched...
It is almost as crazy as Fried Berry.
A movie that we've both independently watched.
Yes. Yep.
That movie is absolutely bonkers.
It is bonkers. This movie may be crazier.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But that is my biggest love about this movie is just the randomness of the kills.
Like
oh my god, it's hysterical.
There's so much where you're just like, what the fuck am I watching?
Even like when Georgie's wrestling. What is it?
There's this weird subplot where Georgie says like he's a professional wrestler and he's going to fight little Jimmy Hitler.
Yeah. Here we go with ananother reference to Nazis. But
yeah, there are a lot of Nazis in this movie, which is weird. Yeah. But, it is what it is, I guess.
Right.
But, I mean, bad things happen to all of the characters who have Nazi paraphernalia on. Like, later on in the movie, it's like a punk band or a punk new wave style band. Yeah. Like, I don't really know if they're full punk.
Basically, the blood buffet.
At the blood buffet.
Yeah.
Words that people say.
Yeah, blood buffet.
Blood buffet.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
What
are you doing later? I'm going to the blood buffet.
Yeah, they go to the blood buffet, and at the blood buffet, there's a punk band or a new wave band or some late 80s style band like that.
Right.
And all of the musicians in the band are dressed in Nazi uniforms for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, one reason for it might just be like they were just like, man, we have to put them in some kind of like uniform because it's a band and they should all be dressed the same. Yeah. And they're just like, I don't know, they filmed this like World War II movie where you just have a bunch of outfits left over from that. Like, well, fuck it, I guess.
I guess.
They're like, oh man, that might be funny.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why they did that.
I don't know.
This is a weird movie.
That's what makes the movie good.
Weird choices are made in it.
That's what makes it good.
Yeah.
It's a very odd film.
What about Vitamin C?
Is that what his name was?
Well, his name was Horatio Titus. But his friends call him Vitamin C.
Oh, I love that fucking guy.
I love how he gets the shit kicked out of him every time he goes in that restaurant.
And then he's still there.
Yeah, and then he goes back.
Yeah, I mean, and then he's eating a vegetarian. He's like, you have the best veggie burgers. And it's like, you're eating human flesh there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later on, you can tell that they cooked the cheerleaders into the food because he spit a bullet out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, there's a scene where our main characters go into a nude aerobics class.
Right.
And with Ronald Reagan masks on and shoot everybody in the nude aerobics class.
Right.
A scene which I thought was fucking hilarious because Ronald Reagan shooting naked cheerleaders is funny to me.
It was kind of like Point Break. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, no? With Keanu Reeves?
No, I only saw the scene where like he's screaming and shooting into the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they do like a mass style shooting with like the president's mask. So.
Well, maybe it was a reference to that.
It very well could have been.
Or maybe they were just like, what should they wear? And they were like, oh man, put them in Ronald Reagan masks.
I like that. Nazis and Ronald Reagan.
I mean, they have a lot more in common than you might think.
Very much so.
Or maybe that's not a surprising comparison, honestly.
No. Nope. Alrighty, that's what I got with my good. How about you, Johnny?
I had the special effects,
Yep.
and I think this movie, it's 88 minutes. It's a really tight movie.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yep.
Because, I mean, I'll watch, like, longer movies, but I appreciate a really tight, fast-moving script. And that's what this movie is.
Right.
Like, there's no downtime.
No.
Like, right from the beginning, within the first 5 minutes, we've got, like, Uncle Anwar being gunned down by cops in front of, like, kids.
And I even said, when I seen that, when they had, like, that radio play, it reminded me of Blood Feast.
Yeah.
And I even said that, and then we looked it up, and it was supposed to be a sequel to Blood Feast. It was
apparently meant to be a sequel to Blood Feast. Yeah. Except this movie is much better than Blood Feast.
Yeah.
That's probably controversial.
Yeah.
But this movie is...
I mean, that's pretty much one of the first gore movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, say what you want about Herschel Gordon Lewis.
Yeah.
Good movies.
Yeah.
But this movie's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this had the budget. I mean,
that's fair.
That movie was made for dirt cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all jelly. I mean, that's all it was.
Well, I think this movie might have been made for pretty dirt cheap, but it's the 80s, so dirt cheap is a very different thing.
Oh, huge.
And, like, this was near the end of the 80s, meaning that they were already aware that, like, a lot of horror movies, maybe they won't do as well in theaters, but you still have that VHS release. Absolutely. And that's where this comes. Because this had a very limited theatrical release, but it made all of its money on VHS because that was the VHS boom. Yeah. So it makes sense.
Right. That's where you get your parents to, please, can I rent this?
And please, can I rent Blood Diner, Mom?
Yes. Would that be fantastic as a kid watching this shit? Wouldn't that be great?
I used to go with my grandparents, and I would just bring movies up to my grandparents and be like, "Can we watch this one?" Like, that's how I saw Ghost Ship.
Right. Oh. Probably one of the best openings in a movie.
Yeah, not much else going for it.
No, it's a horrible movie.
Maybe Lake Placid was like that, too.
Oh, that's another bad movie.
Lake Placid is awesome.
Oh, it is not.
That's a great movie. Betty White's in that movie.
Hey, she is. She is. All right,
and Bill Paxton, I think, is in that movie.
Is he? I thought it was Bill Pullman.
It's one of them.
Oh, okay.
But one of the Bills is in that movie, I think. Because I think he plays the sheriff or whatever, the main guy.
All right.
Lake Placid is awesome.
I'll have to watch that again.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a fun movie. The sequels are bad.
Okay.
They made like 6 or 7 sequels because Sci-Fi Channel acquired the rights to it, and they just started cranking sequels out.
Pump it out.
That's what happened with Return of the Living Dead.
Oh.
Is Sci-Fi bought it, and they released Return of the Living Dead 4 and 5 on the same night.
Oh.
And I watched it.
Did you?
Yep.
Was it any good?
4 is pretty bad. 5 is fun.
Okay.
But 5 is Rave to the Grave. Oh. So that's when they synthesize the 2,4,5 trioxin into rave pills.
Okay.
And then they get you really high.
Okay.
And then you turn into a zombie.
Okay. Oh, I see. Anyways, all right.
It's not a good movie, but it's a fun movie.
Right. On to the bad. Anything for the bad for you, Johnny?
Not really that I can think of. Some of the acting's a little off.
I mean, it's not meant to be great.
Some of the acting was off. I'm not gonna criticize
some of the dialogue was off.
Some of the writing was pretty fucked up. Yeah, the movie Blood Diner just not.
I mean, it just like that guy's voice. I mean, that
was weird.
I wonder if it was dubbed in parts.
I don't know, because
it was weird that way.
There was just something about that guy where he had just a weird voice that didn't match his face.
Yes.
And
it's very odd.
Like, I've met people in person who are like that, so maybe he's just one of those people, and maybe that's why he didn't get casted in a lot of stuff, maybe?
I don't know.
But yeah,
it was very odd.
I kept hoping he was gonna die because he was creepy to the lady the whole movie. But at the end, they were friends, and I was like, I don't like this because he was really creepy, like in a
I mean, I really wanted Cheetar to eat his head. But
oh man, I wanted Cheetar to eat more people's heads.
damn it.
Also, I was confused because like Cheetar blew up a couple of people and murdered a couple of people like with her lightning powers at the end, and then like she just stood there through the whole rest of the movie. Didn't even move.
Well, but she did at the end.
Well, yeah, but that made it more confusing.
I know.
Because she was just sitting there, standing there just like this with her fucking mouth, stomach thing. And, like, she couldn't... He's like, I'm going to feed you to Cheetar. And, like, brings the dude over, but she doesn't even move towards him, you know?
I know.
And, I mean, yeah, it's probably because of, like, puppetry. Because, like, the mouth is opening and stuff. It's a really cool-looking effect.
Right.
But it's weird.
Yeah.
It was just weird. Like, she was almost like a statue.
I know.
But then at the end, she gets dressed and finally she can move around.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nudity in this movie.
There is a lot of breasts. And
for a
lot of butts.
Woman director.
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot. I feel like.
No, there's a lot of breasts.
Yeah. You also get guy ass in it too.
You do get guy ass, and then you get a burger in that guy's ass.
Yeah. Did you see that note that he had where it was like a list of ingredients that he needed to buy, and the top ingredient was 6 dog dicks?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
This is a weird movie.
This is a weird movie, but it's fun.
Yeah.
But I personally don't have anything for the bad.
Yeah.
Well, really, the only thing I have for the bad is they didn't make a sequel. I would really like a sequel to this.
I would love to see. I mean, they had a sequel hook and everything.
Yeah.
You know what? Make a sequel to this movie. Jackie Kong. This is like Jackie. A big thing that happens nowadays where they're doing it with one of the movies that I just saw. I don't remember which movie it was, but some movie I just saw. They're making a sequel to it now for the first time ever.
Nice.
And the movie came out in the 80s. It's like 40 years old.
Nice.
Jackie Kong.
Right. Come on, Jackie.
Make a sequel to this.
Come on, Jackie.
And honestly, we could boost you could probably get a lot of funding for a movie like this.
Throw it on a streaming platform like Tubi or...
Not even that. You could probably get a lot of funding for this. You might get a theatrical release for Blood Diner 2.
I don't know.
Or maybe Blood Diner 2 isn't Blood Diner 2. Maybe it's like... The third... Because like Blood Feast, then Blood Diner.
And then The Curse of Cheetar.
Ooh, maybe it could just be The Curse of Cheetar.
Yeah.
Or Blood Diner 2, The Curse of Cheetar.
Yeah.
Or just Blood Buffet. The Blood Buffet. Yep.
There you go.
Make Blood Buffet.
Blood Buffet.
AKA Blood Diner 2. Do it.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
That would be fun. That would be fantastic. Just don't make it like the new Jeepers Creepers movies. That was absolutely horrible.
It was going to be bad no matter what.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could remember which of those movies I watched recently that was getting a sequel. Oh, you know what it was? It was The Mutilator.
Oh, okay.
That movie is getting a sequel. Saw that. You didn't see Mutilator?
No.
It's a pretty decent movie.
No, never have. Was that on Joe Bob or what?
It was on Joe Bob, but it's always up on Shudder, and it's always making the rounds in the cult scene, you know?
All right.
Like, people love that movie.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
But yeah, the director came out and is like, yeah, we're working on Mutilator 2. Nice. We got it kickstarted and everything. And
sweet.
They have, I think they said they have some of the original actors coming back. Nice.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, out of the ugly.
The ugly? I mean, there's some Nazis in this movie.
That's it.
But
they all die.
There's no Nazi rhetoric in this movie.
No.
So
not at all.
I don't necessarily think it's that bad. It's just people in Nazi gear, which makes it weird.
I don't know.
Well, like the one is a wrestling character, which is little Jimmy Hitler, and I'm like, all right, maybe little Jimmy Hitler is an indie wrestler that could pass in the 80s, because like. All he had was his like blonde hair and had the mustache. And, I mean, that dude like takes a chunk out of his leg and like Georgie goes fucking berserker on him. Yeah. After he gets his shit rocked for quite a while.
Right.
But I love that scene where he just like takes a chunk out of that dude's leg and he spits it right into that girl's face in the audience. And she's like freaking out and his brother's just like, yeah!
And then he just gives her a right hook.
Oh my god, that was so fucked up.
I know. It's like, wow.
I was not expecting to see the virgin character.
I know.
Because
she can't handle blood.
I don't think they give her a name in this movie,
I don't remember her name.
But they keep referring to her as the virgin because she's going to be their virgin sacrifice.
Well, remember, she was the daughter of the cop, and then the mom who absolutely loses her shit.
And every time they say Anwar's name, and she screams.
Yeah.
That's like a classic gag.
Yeah. That's all I got for the ugly.
Yeah?
I think we talked about the themes and the symbolism.
Yeah, we don't really need a Nazi paraphernalia in a movie anymore.
No.
Unless it's a World War II movie. Yeah. Then, by all means, put Nazi stuff in it because they should be fighting Nazis. Mm-hmm. By all means, kill more Nazis in your movies.
Hey, sure.
Do that.
Yes.
Again, I say, in your movies.
Yes.
Do not kill people.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
In movies.
In movies, it's fun, and they're inherently evil, so it's okay.
You have to add that in the description. Do not kill Nazis, only in movies.
You cannot kill Nazis in real life. You can, however, punch them in the face. Yes. Do that.
Yeah. Sure.
We support punching Nazis.
Yes. Absolutely.
100%. Go do that.
Yeah, do that right now. While watching this, just do that.
In fact, go up to them, show them our video, and then punch them in the face.
Yes. I don't have anything in this themes and symbolism.
I don't know if there's themes in this movie.
This is Blood Diner, dude.
This movie is incomprehensible, basically. Right. I don't know. Black magic is bad?
I guess. Nazis deserve to die. I mean...
We kill enough of them in this movie.
Yes, and even Sheetar kills them.
Yeah, so. Even Sheetar, the evil black magic goddess, kills Nazis in this movie.
Yes.
So...
Yes.
Even she knows those guys are bad. Like, they're only like there's only a handful of people that she kills herself in this movie, and all of them are in the band except for that other guy who is. He says, I feel like my ears are gonna explode, and then she shoots him in the ears, and his ears explode. This movie's
it's so fucking
great.
Oh, I love
Go buy this movie. Yeah, because you can buy this movie on Blu-ray. I did.
Where did you get it? Amazon?
Yeah,
nice.
It's not even used. Right. Like they're selling these Blu-rays.
Yeah,
Vestron makes really good restorations.
Right.
I assume it's Vestron Video. Anything they own.
Sure.
But, like, I've got a couple of these restorations. Like, I have the Day of the Dead, or the Candyman Day of the Dead movie, and...
Why do you have that movie?
Because I have all the Candyman movies.
Okay. All right. Even the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have all 4.
Nice. Okay.
The second one's pretty good.
Yeah, I watched the second one this past Halloween season.
Like, it's not great, but, like, for I'm pretty sure that movie was direct-to-video. Mm-hmm. And
I can see that.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
For direct-to-video movie. Yeah. And so was, limited theatrical release. Basically direct-to-video, right?
It's probably drive-in.
Oh. Yeah, because they still had those in the late 80s, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. They sure did.
Yeah. Dude, this would be a perfect drive-in movie.
Yeah, like Grindhouse film.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This would be great to see at a drive-in.
Yeah.
If you get a chance to watch this at a drive-in, go to a drive-in.
We should go to the Field of Dreams and tell them we should watch a Blood Diner there. I don't think they would get the kids there, though.
They might. It's not rated, so...
Yeah. Imagine the fucking parents bringing their kids out to the drive-in and they see this shit. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
I want to say there are like 20 different sets of boobs in this movie.
Yes. I mean, it starts off with a guy on the radio saying basically he's holding a meat cleaver in one hand and his genitals in his other.
Well, yeah, because they established that he like assaulted the virgin, and so Sheetar wouldn't have her virgin. Right. So he cut his dick off in shame.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck?
I know.
What a terrible story.
I know. But it works out.
That's probably in the ugly too, honestly.
What's that?
This movie is all about people who kill women.
Yeah,
that's true. Like, it's a horror movie that's kind of just...
And it's an 80s.
It's an 80s slasher.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a slasher.
Yeah.
This is a weird movie.
It is.
This is purely...
Are you going on to your final thoughts now on it?
My final thoughts? Watch this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Buy this movie.
Yeah.
Support this movie.
I had zero expectations coming into this.
Yeah.
After watching Fried Berry, and I'm like, my fucking brain is fried. But it's like, man, I like Blood Diner.
We should record on Fried Berry at some point.
I'm now rewatching that.
I need to rewatch that movie again.
No, I'm not going to watch that for a little while.
No, I mean, I need to rewatch it before I can record on it, because I was not expecting anything out of that movie. No. I was like, oh, this is going to be whatever. And that movie is fucking awesome.
Bonkers.
Go watch Fried Berry.
Yeah.
It's a weird South African movie.
Yeah.
About...
Filmed in Cape Town.
Yeah, it was filmed in Cape Town by, I'm pretty sure, a guy wandering around with a camera. And that's pretty much it.
I love the end of it, and they're like, a thing by the director. That's what they called it. A thing.
Did you hear what the director said about the movie when they asked him what genre it is? And he's like, this is a cult film. And that's like, that's not a genre, dude.
Right. Anyways, that's my final thoughts. Watch it. Fantastic. It did everything it can. Obviously, we're talking about this.
Yeah.
It did everything it could. So
yeah. Everyone who watches this, message at Jackie Kong and tell her sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or anybody. Oh. Mike Flanagan, do it.
Mike Flanagan, make a sequel to Blood Diner. Nah, you know who should do it? If any of the modern horror greats were going to do a sequel to Blood Diner, it should be Ari Aster.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. Because it has that same type of Hereditary feel.
Yep.
And Midsommar feel.
Yep. Because I could, with the weird comedy that's in Midsommar, I could easily see that working so well for this movie.
And that would be like a 3.5 hour long movie.
3.5 hour long Blood Diner sequel. It's an art film.
Yeah. Or it's like a fucking mini-series on Netflix or something.
I think Robert Eggers' his next film is a Nosferatu remake starring Willem Dafoe as Count Orlok.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, my God. Boy, he loves his Willem Dafoe.
He should, because Willem Dafoe's a fucking genius. Yeah. That movie is going to be the best and worst movie ever made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
we'll talk about that later.
It might be good.
Yeah,
but
we'll talk about that in a bit.
Let me tell you something. When that movie comes out, what we have to do is we're going to go through the original Nosferatu, the 72 Nosferatu, and that one.
Okay.
And we're going to watch Triple Gen War for that movie.
We've never had a Triple Gen War.
No, we haven't, but we've talked about doing it a lot.
I know, but that requires a lot.
I know. It'll be a longer one.
Yeah,
but
it'll be like 3.5 hours. Longer than PSC, everybody, so just bearing down the hatches.
I don't even think PSC is our longest one. I think our longest one is that It video.
Oh, boy.
That was a good one.
Because I know our PSC was 2.5. I know that for sure.
We have a PSC video that is an edited one that is 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Yeah, if you really have no time, go give that a watch.
By all means, go listen to our PSC stuff. The audio is pretty bad, but our audio is pretty bad anyway, so...
I mean, now that we got the Blue Yeti, it's a lot better, and we don't have a furnace in the background going, or
lawnmowers all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
It's a lot quieter out by you.
It is.
For some reason, anytime there's shit going on...
I know, it always happens, dude.
For some... Like, that one time we were recording at, 7 o'clock at night, and there was some dude out mowing his goddamn lawn, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
I know. And that was when it was fall.
Yeah. Like
That's when it was fall, and then it got dark at 6 o'clock, and so he's mowing the grass and like
it was like mowing the grass in the dark.
fucking sinister yard work.
Yeah. Oh man, he was probably killing people, huh?
God damn it!
No,
God damn it!
For some reason, there's a guy who lives near us, and he mows his lawn. I swear to God, twice a week.
Oh,
and
sure. Is that the guy who rides his lawnmower in a town?
No, that's not him.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I don't think that guy lives there anymore.
Oh, all right.
Because that
he
building,
he was fun to watch.
That building got bed bugs, and I think they had to like clear everyone out.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm really happy that wasn't our building.
Oh fucking A. Anyways, give it a watch.
Watch the movie.
Yeah, I mean see what we're talking about. There's the crazy shit. That's what happens in this film.
This movie's bonkers,
It is very fun.
I don't think I've ever seen a vegetarian restaurant. This is a weird movie that involves vegetarianism a lot.
And cannibalism.
And cannibalism, strangely enough.
Yeah.
So remember, the vegetarian meat is actually people. And
I'm so glad I went vegetarian today. Literally today. I'm eating human flesh.
Yeah.
Yay.
Remember, Beyond Meat is people. So
unbelievable. All right, we're done.
That's not true.
Not true. We're done. Trigger warning. We're done.
I love Beyond Meat.
Yes. All right.
Bye,
everybody. I'm Mike Shake.
And I'm Johnny Juicebox.
Yep. And stay tuned for next week for Cheap Rent.
Yeah.